No, I get that question all the time.
First of all, everybody's gonna think that we called each other this morning. Like, what are you gonna wear?
We did not.
We
did not color coordinate.
Disclaimer: we just are so
November
connected
vibes
now that we decide.
Yeah, we don't even need to talk. Seriously, I fully believe that humans have telepathic abilities, or we have the capacity to have those abilities, and it came very clear to me recently. It's like, oh, in order to build that muscle, you need to spend more time in quiet, because as long as we can use words to talk, then we won't build that muscle of telepathy. And so yeah, like just that the time we spend together vibing, we're building that telepathic connection.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Ta-da!
Yeah. Proof.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I believe that as well, and I've actually really tangibly experienced that. Albeit it was on psychedelic. I was on LSD with my boyfriend, but it was really like spooky, you know, like you think something and then the other person's like, were you thinking this and this and you're like,
wow,
that was freaky. And he's like, yeah, and he was telling me, he's like, it was freaky for me too, because I knew I was hearing something that was happening inside your mind, and
what?
Yeah, and he was like, I was wondering if I was inside your mind, like it really, and I do think that the human potential contains that that ability, you know.
Yeah.
So exciting.
Especially because, like, as I've done my judgment forgiveness work, because my mind used to be very busy with like judging other people or judging myself, and that was the noise in my head that you know. And then through the really dedicated practice of calming that down, it's like when that's gone, suddenly there's this open space for these things to be happening. Because as long as there's that clutter there, like it would be a nightmare to have telepathic ability, because not only am I dealing with my crap, I'm absorbing others. So it's like when you can calm that down, then now we have a better capacity to. So one theory, I don't know. Someday we'll learn all the technicalities of these things.
That's an excellent point, because I do think like we all have it, but let's say if there is a layer or many layers of chatter in the brain
that's blocking
that's there, that's just not making you aware, and then you are anyway picking up other people's chatter as well because of this telepathic ability that we all have. That think about how much things, well, you know, like there's so many layers that we could just do without. And then we would have access to so much more.
Or like a higher level.
Higher levels of communication.
Yeah, I think it'll be interesting to see how this all plays out. I can't believe I'm talking about this stuff.
About telepathy?
Yeah, 5 years ago, I'd be like, that's a bunch of bullshit. Yeah. Like, this is not how I saw my life going. But here we are.
So for me, that's interesting. I always have to remind, because you guys now are really like my peeps, you know, in a sense of like, I could talk about all subjects that I didn't used to talk about, because everybody would think I'm weird, you know, or like a hippie, you know, we cover that. But still to think that this is like, you know, talking about telepathy or stuff like that is still flashes. Something, or solar flashes, or the ascension, or all these things which are still relatively out there for most people, even in my circle of friends. But that you caught on so fast, though, because you're telling me like 5 years ago this was complete woo-woo to you.
Yes, absolutely, yeah.
And to you.
It's
like
she's still a little
kind of. It's like, I love you guys, but
it's not that it's fine, you know.
No,
like,
but I love you're a beautiful example of someone who doesn't believe the woo.
Yeah.
But you don't need to.
You don't need to.
You can just learn to love unconditionally.
Yes,
you don't like. I love that you don't understand it or feel
I'm
that.
not seeking anything more higher or anything, but I don't feel like I needed to be a good person, whatever, to function or something. It's just not
absolutely
my thing, you know. It's just
Yes,
well, it's good. It's good that doesn't resonate with you, because one, it helps me learn how to tailor my message, not my messages, but the way I talk. Because Marty's a good mirror too. Like when I get too woo, he's like, yeah, I don't know what the fuck you're saying. But so yeah, it's like, because I do feel like that is my role.
Like always agree with everything that everybody's.
So boring.
That's like, I don't want to lose myself as well. I still want to believe that the things that I believe in, I keep them like, they're my rules or whatever. But I respect the fact that you two speak a language that I don't understand.
we're telepathically here. Like,
we're
like gossiping.
You guys talk those words and those sentences that I don't understand, even though it's English, but I don't understand it.
Yeah.
Can you do me a favor and pull your mic down a little? I feel like it's blocking your face a little.
Beautiful face.
There
That's glowing today.
Yeah.
Not that it doesn't glow usually.
Especially
today.
Today. This is on today.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we had a good weekend. Holy moly. I went dancing twice. I went on Friday and Saturday.
Woo, where'd you go on Friday?
On Friday, I went to a Halloween rave.
Right.
That Tim was like, if you're into psytrance, you got to go to this. I'm like, yes, because he told me about psytrance because I knew I don't know all this stuff. So he's like, you'd love psytrance, and I do. I love it, but there's not. Anyway, so he's like, they do this one event, and he's been there a few times.
Is that Babylon? Did you go to Babylon?
No, I got similar energy. This is at Ben Mathieu, so it's like an old pool
house.
Yes,
Ben Mathieu, yeah.
And then 2 stages. One was a little more techno, one was a more sci, and they had like light shows, this giant dinosaur, and not everyone, but like a lot of people were dressed up, and it was fun. I was with Maya and Tim and a couple of his friends, and then came home, got a couple hours of sleep, got up, had my coffee because I was meeting Nisha. Yes. And then she was supposed to be here originally like 12:30, but then it got pushed to 2. Okay. So I was like, I'm not going to be able to go back to sleep after my coffee. So I ran to Erin, came back here, hung out with her, had a beautiful afternoon with her. She's such a sweetheart. I hope we get to see her more.
Yes.
And then tried to get some sleep again because then we met downtown at 2 a.m.
That's the way we roll. 2 a.m. That's when
for Saturday morning or Sunday morning we were downtown again to dance, and that with the girls this time. Yeah, next year for that because it was, I felt like I was being invited to someone else's thing. I didn't feel like
bringing along
I was
people.
just like, I don't know. Yeah. Also, I didn't know enough about it. I was just like, if this ends up being a flop, I don't want everyone to have paid $70 for this thing. So, but next year, these Halloween.
Yeah, it was fun. Did you like psytrance?
I love psytrance. Yes,
okay.
Yes. I mean, this probably wasn't like the best psytrance DJ. Like online, there's some that I really, really dig, but this was amazing. It was a lot of fun, and it was so cool. Like I find that these one-off events the security is not nearly as intense as like when you go to a regular club. Like everyone had their own water bottles. Normally we go into Newspeak and you're like, it's third degree.
Yeah.
But like we could get up on the stage. We were dancing on the stage, and then it was a really nice, relaxed atmosphere, and like a bunch of kids, like just the young. Yeah. And I was like, the kids are fine. I love the kids.
Yeah.
Like they're like, we hear a lot about like every kid has depression or anxiety or antidepressants.
They just give you the bad news. These
kids
show
know
you
how to have a good time.
Every kid I meet now is fantastic.
Yeah, I love this new generation.
My friends, they're all like 14 and 15. They're wonderful children. I swear, like it's such a joy for me to have them in my house. Sometimes I just listen to them talk. They have a great sense of humor. They respect each other and tease each other at the same time, and they're all on the joke. I'm like, these people, they're so
Perfect.
good how they say, they lack
social
skills.
Yeah.
That's not
true.
I'm not buying the hype.
They love being with each other. Maybe they're not as comfortable with adults. Maybe they don't care at this age.
Yeah.
But I started like talking to them a little bit, and then when I finished up the party, they said, "Do you want us to help you clean up?" And they started cleaning up everything, bringing. I'm like,
the kids are great. They're doing great. So happy to see it.
Yeah.
It was so nice having your kids here the other day.
Oh my God, I loved it. Yes. Yeah. My kids love it. they like my daughter. She's like, I love your group of friends.
Aww.
They're happy and they're happy. It's good to integrate them with my life. It's been a couple of years after the separation where it was more like, I'm trying to find myself. So it's like kids and my life are a bit separate. Yeah. So it's good now to be able to kind of like reintegrate, like my life and my kids is just one stream, I love that. So thank you.
Oh, my pleasure. I love that.
That was a fun day. It was exhausting. But
it was a great day. I had a blast.
I feel like we need to do more video projects. Yeah, after it was done, I was like, can we do another one?
Yeah.
I saw the footage.
I feel like we could be filmed all day, no problem.
I don't know. Maybe there's something to it. We'll see. But that was fun. I can't wait to see. So the outro part will be more of the stuff here. Anyway, but we're gonna start editing these things.
Yes,
them. So we'll
that's
see
exciting.
When the world's ready for this.
And are we gonna be able to see the footage? Even the one that's not making it to the
final cut?
Yeah.
I'm hoping so. I'm thinking, Marty and I were talking yesterday or the day before about maybe making a longer cut one, just of the fun, so that everyone who came and helped, they can see some video of themselves.
It'll be
so maybe
nice.
not all of it, but like some nicer
like
cuts.
the best part of it, kind of.
But also have the footage, we can use it for social media later. Have snippets of it.
Exactly. Yeah. So we have all of it.
Okay. That was my question. Okay.
We would. Perfect. And then the color correction process. So that was fun.
And Danny Tenaglia, because I know I pushed for you guys to go see him. What did you think?
I loved it. I had a great time.
Was it like a journey? Was it different than any other format? Because it's a different format than when we usually go out.
It was a different style than I was expecting. It wasn't like a standard techno, but he had some nice mellow bits. Like I just.
Oh yeah.
It was just, I love stereo so much. Like I couldn't help but just be like, I love this city. Like I just love everything. I love my friends. I love this cool space. I love that we have a venue that people all around the world want to come and perform in.
We can just go, in the world.
We can take the metro down there. It's like, I'm falling in love with Montreal. I'm falling in love with myself. I'm falling in love with my friends and my kids. You think you can't get any deeper, and then it gets deeper, and then it gets deeper, and then it gets deeper, and it's just like,
it's beautiful.
Yeah, and it's expanding too. There's new friends adding in. It's not just like, these 4 people. It's just like, just keep the love flowing, keep it going. Like it's just
yes, community. Community. There's always people that come in and new light. New beings bringing their love, and that's very exciting.
And are craving this energy that we've been tapped into. I think like people see it and. I mean, not everyone, but enough people, I want that.
The people who see it are the people who see it. You know what I mean?
Who resonate, it touches them.
It resonates with the people who have the ability of responding and seeing it and understanding it. So they just see it as like, oh, this is really good. I want to, and they come and tell us.
Yes. Oh, they don't hesitate. Yes.
Yes.
Oh my God, the compliments.
I'm sure. Yeah. I have no doubt.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
Okay, enough now.
Gotta go back to dancing and back to my meditation. That was one of my downloads on Sunday. Was this because one of the things that's kind of blocked me from creating a YouTube channel or even doing this podcast or putting it out is there's this resistance to having fans. It's like I don't want to post stuff online. I don't want people to like me. I don't want to tell people come follow me here or whatever. It's just there's just I feel this I don't want that energy. And it occurred to me I don't want fans. I showed up at Stereo wearing a shirt that I've had for years and years and years. And every time I tried it, and I never wear. Mm-hmm. And every time I put it on, it was like, I love this shirt, but I don't know how to wear it. And it's really, it's like drapey. Yeah. And it's just like, you could wear a bra under, but then that ruins it. Anyway, as I'm making it more comfortable with my body and just, I don't know, that whole journey, I don't mind a little side boob showing. Anyway, so I figured out how to wear the shirt. and the trick is body tape, which is kind of tacked in place. And I put some tape over my nipples, just in case something did show. You just see tape or whatever. Anyway, so I'm wearing this very like goddess like outfit, and it's like, yes, I am a queen, but I don't.
Amen, sister.
I am a queen, but I don't have any subjects. I don't want subjects.
Yeah.
And so it's like, I don't want fans. I don't want subjects. But if you want to admire me, if you want to see me as a role model, if you, and so in my meditation in the Mount Down, I was like, oh, what's the difference between admiration and fandom? Well, fandom is someone putting you on a pedestal and saying, I can never be that, but I see that thing. Whereas admiration is, I like that in you, and I recognize that I could also have that too. And so it's more like an equals thing. It's just like, admire me. And I love admiration.
With fandom, it's like you can do no wrong, and I don't like that. They see you with pink glasses
until they want to tear you down.
Right. Something like So it's not something that. Fandom
it's not
is
healthy.
Really unhealthy.
It's not love.
It's not love.
Yeah, so like
it's like something. I need something from you.
Yes.
To fill me with something, and it's not healthy because
it's not healthy for either party. It's not healthy for someone to be like, oh, this person's better than me.
Perfect and
or it's not healthy for the other person who's like, oh, look at these people who adore him. It's like to me, it's just like anyway. That subtle difference between fandom and admiration was like, okay, that's what I'm looking for. Like to be respected and admired in a way from people who themselves are able to reach that level. Yeah, let's vibe and hang out all day. Like that's why I think I love you guys. Like there's no fandom. There's no like, oh, Lamia's better. You know, there's no groveling. There's no neediness. Yeah. It's just like we just all accept each other, and I see something in you, and instead of being like jealous about it, it's like, oh, I like that. I'm gonna aspire to that. That's a good idea, you know. And just so that was the big.
That's a key discernment, right? Because it's like taking out a block, which was like, ooh, I don't want that kind of attention.
Showing myself.
Yes.
I don't want that kind of attention. That's like kind of toxic because you know it puts you in a position where you can do no wrong, or it's just toxic. Whereas if you flip it around and you say, well, I'm a queen or I'm a goddess and I'm amongst other divinities.
Yes.
And not everyone is at that realization, but I can be an inspiration. I'd love to inspire others to do so, to become like their full self and become, the best self they can be. And just that small shift can unblock everything.
Yeah, I think that is. So it's just like now when I show myself and present myself, it's like I'm not going to attract fans. I get that now. If you're someone who's looking to, slay queen, whatever, you're not going to like my energy. But someone who's recognizes, like, oh, I can, that's something that I like. I'm attracted to it. How do I get more of that in my life? Well, yeah, let's party. Let's hang out. Let's be friends. Like so that was like a night. Yeah, right. You said, that resistance was keeping me from editing the podcast.
Really? At this point?
Probably. Yeah, there was a lot of, like a year ago, there was a lot of resistance to this. And also like this idea of like, there's so many, I've learned so much from online teachers. Yeah. Like so much. And I have so much respect for them. Like I'm so grateful. But at the same time, it's like, I don't want to be an online teacher. Yeah. Like if I learned everything I could learn, like why do we need another voice going on and telling people, like, is this like, so there was like that resistance of like, well, how can I like be online, but also not in that space? Like, how can I share my, whatever I've learned, but not in like that teaching function, but more just like, hey, this is what I do.
Just live in function. Just like you live your life and people can see.
If they want to or not.
Yeah. They choose to do that.
I like the analogy of a lighthouse. Kind of like, being in your sovereignty, in your space, and just shining your light and just attracting. And then and there's different lights, different lighthouses, but people gravitate to the light that they resonate the most with. And there are many lights, like there are many teachers, there are many flavors, there are many ways to absorb information. So there's place for everyone, you know. And we can all walk each other home. But I like the lighthouse because that means that you're just being you. You're just honoring, shining your light.
I'm not reaching out to anyone. I'm not walking over. It's just like, this is me. If you're into it, take a look. If not, like, keep going.
You're open for, you know, those people to come into your light and then merge and create a community
brighter
of lighthouses.
Poke through the matrix.
Yeah, definitely.
So last week, I had a story. Very boring. You had a story. I have a little follow-up to my story. I found the glove!
Oh! I was just going to talk about it.
I'm like, what story is she talking about?
I was going to talk about the fact that you were kind of a little upset that you lost.
It was weird. I was like,
And I'm going to say something regarding that. I hope she doesn't.
You don't use any names. Use general.
But like I had a friend who gave me a bracelet, like a golden little diamonds on it, and I used to wear it every day since she gave it to me like a couple of months ago. And I didn't even see that I lost it.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, where is that thing? I was like, all right, whatever.
I'm like crying over a $5 mitten.
It's like that thing didn't mean anything to me.
Why? Yeah. Do you want to elaborate?
That friendship is such a old me that was accepting a lot of things and just putting up with a lot without even saying a word. And now when I saw the person again, I
came back.
I saw that and I was like, nope. I was exhausted. I spent less than 5 days.
It drained
me because I kept my mouth shut, even though I heard a lot of bad things.
Why though?
Racism and well, first of all, she's my guest. I'm not gonna start an argument over stuff. Yeah. And I know she's leaving like in a couple of days. So
right. You didn't come here to have arguments.
I was very nice, very welcoming. Like I gave her the best time she can have in Montreal, but I was just like, I was like, oh my God, Lamia, why did you put up with all this stuff all these years?
Well,
because your tolerance, you could tolerate it.
Yeah.
Even
though I used to be upset, but I could never verbalize the fact that she's always late, she's this like, and I would tell sometimes, oh, you know, I was here for like half an hour, and she's like, well, you
very
know me,
disrespectful.
I don't have a job, so I take my time to get ready.
Wait,
like
if you don't have a job, that means you should never be late.
Yes.
Like you don't have other things
say
going
that.
on.
I told her once, like, imagine I do that to you. She's like, I don't care. I was like,
well, that tells you,
So this is just one bit of saying that, like, and I'm like, no, I don't wanna.
So how interesting is that to have something that actually has value and to slip off and be like, all right, that's a sign. Like that's
anything.
Like,
And I was like, why don't you feel anything? I was like this. I was like, what? Because first of all, I didn't care. Like whatever, you know.
It's symbolic though, right? It's just
whatever.
Like yeah.
That's what it feels like. Yeah.
And where did you find your glove?
Yeah.
Did they call you?
No, I was walking with Marty and I dropped him off and then I was headed back home and I was like, oh, I should stop at the thrift store. And I don't need anything at the thrift store. But then I remembered, oh yeah, I should maybe they found it. And I went in, I found a few things. And then when I got to the counter, I was like, have you seen this little blue? And she's like, yeah, it was here. And she looked on like the little rack where they had hung it. She's like, it's not here. Let me ask my colleague. And they had just moved it underneath. And they said, like, that was a long time ago. And it was like a week ago, or a little week and a few days. Yeah. So I think they were expecting me to come by more quickly. But they kept it. I'm so grateful. And then unfortunately, I wasn't planning on stopping at the thrift store, so I didn't have any cash or anything. Like I would have like left a tip or something. But when they asked me, do you want to add 50 cents for the donation? I'm like, yes. Absolutely. But no, I was just so grateful. And yeah, it's like if it was meant to come back, it was meant to come back. And it came back.
It came back.
Yeah, so now I can wear those gloves again.
That's the balance.
Yeah.
I lost.
Yeah, I had to pay $50
I lost my
stuff I didn't need.
In order for you to recover your glove.
Yes, my beloved glove. Beloved. Yeah. And then what about you?
Well, I didn't lose anything.
No. No, you were working.
I lost my
your piece of the Middle East project.
Yes, I was working the elections, the school board election.
Oh, yeah.
Yesterday I was counting ballots. And it was a good experience. You know what? It was a very interesting experience. First of all, on a social level, I really took it as an exercise in non-separation. You know, to exercise myself to be. Although I have my opinions and I have my feelings about certain people and the way they think and you know how they react to a situation, aka war. However, and I took this exercise at heart to be like, okay, well, this is not the situation right now. I love you as a human being. I'm gonna treat you as a human being first and foremost, no matter what you think, no matter what you believe, no matter where you come from. Because it's easy, you know, to intellectualize these concepts and to be like, oh, yeah, I love everybody and I don't believe in separation and we're all one. And then, you know, half an hour later, you're like, fuck him and fuck this shit. And blah, blah, blah. So.
We joke, but I see people like that all the time.
Yes.
Like on one level, it's like, but then to actually apply that to how you see the world, that's a step.
Well, yeah, and I was guilty of that too, you know, to actually take positions with people I've had like friendship with for like decades and be like, well, no, I don't agree with the way you see this. Therefore, I'm not gonna talk to you anymore. You're not, you know, and that's what happened. I lost a friendship because of that. And I feel like I could do better, and this was kind of an opportunity, although like it wasn't a big deal. I interacted with Jewish people, like, woo, trophy.
Get her a Nobel Peace Prize.
Yeah.
Look at me. I'm so good.
I showed up. I didn't kill anybody. I didn't throw any coffee.
No, but I wanted to take it further and be like, no, I have love. Like I have love for these people, and I should have an understanding of like, you know, it's reality is all perspective. There is no absolute truth. There is no absolute reality. It's all perspective. The only thing I believe is true is that we're all human beings and we're all flawed. And we all have the potential to be full of love and compassion for each other and to be better and to create a collective reality that we can all kind of agree on is better. But if it stays only intellectual, then nothing's gonna happen, you know. And it starts with self, and you have to apply it to yourself first and foremost. And that's it. And yesterday I was next to that lady that had the Israel bracelet.
Yeah.
And we were joking around and we were laughing and she was great and I understood that, like, you know, whatever opinion, whatever perspective she had on the situation, it didn't matter. In that moment, we were in a different circumstance. We were, like, approaching a different subject. And from human to human, we had a beautiful interaction. And that's what we should focus on.
Wow.
And it's one interaction at a time. It's one person at a time. And hold yourself accountable, you know? So I really took these circumstances at heart, and it went well. It went well.
Wow.
Amazing.
That's really
Yeah.
amazing.
Thank you, guys.
No, but you're like brushing it off as it took a lot from you to do
It
that,
did.
right?
It did. At the beginning, I was like, because I was and again, intellectually, I wanted to be better, but viscerally, I was worried that because it has momentum, you know, to feel this way, especially triggers and for this subject in particular, it's sort of like at a point of culmination.
Pretty raw.
Yeah, having been born into this kind of conflict, you know, this is not something I just got aware of like last year since. No, this was like I opened my eyes into this world, and this conflict was very, very present. Sure. Yeah, even so, yes. So yeah, it felt good. Yeah,
very cool.
Yeah, and working in election, how an interesting experience.
Yeah,
you know, very interesting
got a big
experience.
One coming up south of the border.
Yes. Oh my God, we are days tomorrow.
Yeah,
we are the day before the 2024 U.S. election, people.
Yeah, I have a feeling we won't. Well, I'm not going to bother predicting anything. I'm going to make some popcorn. I'm going to get on a conference call with my son, and we're just hopefully just enjoy the antics while it's.
That's cool
funny.
That you can share that with Mendel.
Yeah.
But can you educate me a little bit about results? Because I hear that we won't get results tomorrow. Is that true?
You get them
more
late.
and more in American elections. For whatever reason, there's always these big delays, or we don't know, and we have to have recounts, and it's just I don't know. To me, I'm very suspect of it. To me, it feels like, oh, this is where then things can become rigged, where things can get modified. And there's so many stories. And these Diebold systems back in like pre-Bush v. Gore in the 2000s. There was this guy talking about like how easily hackable these things are. So that and some of it happens behind the scenes, and the source code is not available because they cite. Intellectual property. That's our intellectual property, so we can't tell you how this works. So it's just like, it goes into this black box, stuff happens, and you don't know, there's no way of tracing, there's no audit, it's not a system that spits out receipts, so it's not like, hey, everyone's, there's no paper backup.
It's like,
so my sense is like, in a modern world, you should be able to know pretty much immediately when the polls close what the numbers are, but we never do, and from it feels to me like that's where a lot of the shenanigans take place.
Especially if it's done electronically, like the math is instant.
If it were an honest system, but if it's electronic so that it could be messed with, well then, that's the little I know. That's kind of my takeaway.
How long do we have to wait?
We lost our camera.
We lost the
anyway,
camera.
We'll just do these two. It's okay. We lost that one.
Oh.
Why did it turn?
I don't know. Should I try to fix it?
Yeah, you could take a couple. We can edit that.
Hey guys.
Oh, your friends are here.
Did the battery die?
Oh no.
Is it still rolling? Oh shit, it's not rolling anymore. Let's do that. Okay, I'm gonna roll. Mom, you want to give us another clap? And then we'll figure this out later. Yay! Okay, we're back. I think.
So how long do you think are we gonna have to wait to get like a definite result?
I don't know.
No,
I don't know which states are actually in contention. I mean, there's a bunch of states that are just obviously gonna go Trump, and a bunch that will obviously go Harris, and then it's in these middle ones where we see the recounting, or the so close that we can't call it, and so depends on how many of those happen. Is there a hurricane coming through Florida? Like there's like the North Carolina situation. Like I don't know if they've figured out how people can vote. With their towns being wiped out. So there's like all this stuff happening now that who knows. There's mail-in ballots, like for how I voted. I mail in my ballot, and then
Some
those
people,
get counted.
they vote earlier. I don't know.
Yeah, I think there's been record numbers of, it's my understanding, record numbers of
early
voting. Does that help? Does it not? I don't.
Well, I heard that.
Do you think this even matters at this point, like who votes and who doesn't vote, and if it's rigged or it's not rigged? It's like the system is working as it should be
for the people
who are
It's already decided.
Yeah,
really.
yeah.
Yeah, that's very
doesn't
positive.
matter.
Doesn't matter. The president, it doesn't matter. It's what's behind the scenes.
Yeah, like who's in charge now? Because we know Biden's not.
Yeah.
So whoever's in charge now, they're still going to be in charge. And that's my sense. Even like with the Trump stuff, like him getting the assassination attempts, it's like, well, that's obvious. That's evidence that the deep state's actually worried about him, and that they're worried that. But I don't know. He's been president once before.
At the same time, the American politics are doing what they need to do. You know, they want to expand, they want wars, they want this. So nothing's gonna change. Nothing is ever changing.
Well, it is changing though. It is. They're losing control.
Yeah.
But will we see a dramatic effect from the results of this election? I think it's gradual. Like more and more people don't trust the media. Less and less people participate in the election because my entire life it's been, this is the most important election of our lives. You gotta get a vote, and it's like no. It doesn't. Like my feeling now is like this is the least consequential of like either. But we'll see. I think there's greater forces at play, including like the deep state and whoever is opposing the deep state. I think, and to me, it is really a spiritual battle. Like there's spiritual force. I don't know how many layers of humans there are between us here in this living room and where like that more spiritual realm is more direct. But to me, ultimately, that is the thing, and that we're fine. That spiritual power, that matrix that's been holding us in place, holding us in contempt for one another, keeping us in fear, that's breaking down.
Yes.
And we're not just helpless beings just waiting to be saved. We are the ones who are dissolving that through finding forgiveness, through loving ourselves, through building these communities and sharing that light. Like that's how this is getting dissolved. But when each of us chooses for a minute to see the humanity in someone else rather than seeing their bundle of programming that they were born into and judging them for that. Like, so yeah, just like these little baby steps that are really powerful. And I think there's an appetite for that different energy. People are getting tired of being taught to have to hate all the time.
Yes.
They're just like, and that's been super effective in keeping us under control and keeping us in a state of fear. But that's just, it's not working as well as it used to. And so that's why I'm so positive about the future. It's like, the light is winning. There's no mistake from my perspective. So
absolutely. I believe so too. Although it looks like the whole world's in a shit show right now, I think that's just it's just everything being kind of having a spotlight on it. It's just always been a shit show, but now we're seeing it, you know. And I think seeing it's like acknowledging your own programs, you know. It's like when you see something, then you can do something about it. But if you don't know what you don't know, then nothing's going to change.
The irony of it all is that social media is supposed to be a tool for like just putting people in addiction states and starting like fights with people. But now people are using it to fight the things that like consumerism and all these shallow things that people do. So now you have all these social media influencer who are fighting the other social media influencer. And it's amazing to see.
People who are influencing materialism, and then they have the reaction to that of influencers who are like, no, there's minimalism, there's ways of, so it's like, it's wild to
even though like in the comment section, what I notice most of the time is they put the worst comment always on top. Yes, they do.
Because it has the most likes or the most engagement.
Like the person, even though she would have the most positive thing, somebody's gonna find something negative to say, but that comment can be not seen. They put it on top so people react to that comment.
It drives engagement.
Yeah. So that's sometimes, you know, I watch some like Moroccan videos, like somebody put something, a creation, like a kaftan. You know, the first thing on top of the comment, the emojis they suggest is the flag of Algeria, because Morocco and Algeria have a very tense relationship. So they put it so people start
it's easy
like,
to
putting, oh, this is an Algerian kaftan, no, and then people are bickering at each other. Well, the content creator is just doing a fashion show, like it's like, and people down
and
there,
civil war
it's just a civil war happening on the comment section, which is evil.
Divide and conquer.
Yeah.
The oldest trick in the book.
Apparently that whole idea of like 140 characters for Twitter is like, there was a little, the science behind that, and I should be careful what I say. I don't know if it was because of the science that they developed this way, but like when it was looked at, this, when you have just such a limited thing, you're gonna just, that's the most incendiary. Like there's no, obviously there's less room for nuance, and so this like, it's just built, it's built for conflict. It's built for triggering one another.
Your thing. If you write something that's like 600 words, nobody's gonna stop and read.
Yeah, that's a different issue. Those people go on and on. It's like, all right, like get to the point here.
It's like,
that's another thing I've part of my learning journey, But this idea, like there's like instead of, it's not like, oh, I want to be a force of light and I'm going to push away the shadow. It's like, it's just like kind of recognizing like anything can be a force of good or a force of I don't want to say evil, but like, yes, social media, I know for myself, I fell into that trap of becoming addicted and couldn't get off my phone. And so there's that shadow side of social media, but also look how amazing it is that people can share their ideas. I got amazing coaching, and people are learning about boundaries and codependency and red flags and personality disorders, like veganism or, whatever, like there's such a beautiful space to share ideas and to encourage one another. Like, so it's like there's a light side and shadow side to everything. There's to like be in love with someone. That can be shadow too, if it's coming from a place of neediness, of a place of like, there's something missing inside of me, and so I need to fit you inside. Like, so sure, it looks like love, but that's a shadow side of love. Whereas so it's like that's why it's just like when you try to be like, oh, that thing sucks or that's awful, we never have that. It's like, well, no, like there's that neutrality that comes with like there's good and bad in all the thing. It's just like how you perceive it.
Yes. How you perceive it. Everything is two polarities. So you have like I guess so many ways to see it, like the two sides of a coin, or like everything has both. Your gift is your curse. Like everything is two poles.
Your shadow
it's just
has
how you choose to see things.
We live in a dualistic world.
It's always with a person. And we're looking at the same thing. We're talking about something.
Was it a dress?
No. We started crying.
It's blue. It's gold.
Actually,
it's white.
Remember that? Do you remember
Yes, it's blue and then
white.
Black,
yes.
Yeah, blue and black and gold
that
and white.
That was mind blowing. Yeah.
That was insane. But I was talking just to this lady who I was driving her, and she started talking about how we just said it. The youth, there's so much trouble. They spend time on.
They never leave the house. They're all on antidepressants.
And blah, blah, blah. And I told her, I don't think that's true. I see kids around me all the time at this age, and they're fantastic, and they're great to talk to, and their minds are bright, and I don't think it's that dark. Like, I feel like this generation is doing amazing. And
that close to
that was that.
She didn't want to hear that.
She was like, "Oh, I think, but she." The minute you say something positive about, I think it shuts the person's argument, because you can either see it like this or see it like that.
It's a choice. It's a choice.
When was the last time you spoke to a 15-year-old? Like, this is what I was thinking.
That's more,
Because I asked her, she doesn't have children. And she doesn't have a husband. Like, she was kind of a loner a bit. So you're just judging things because maybe that's what the TV is telling you. But like, I don't have the same experience, and we're looking at the same thing. I am feeling like I'm becoming more like that all the time now. Whenever somebody says something negative about something, I just tell them the way I see it, and it's the complete opposite. And this is not for argument's sake, this is exactly how I see things now.
Yeah.
I just look at the positive everywhere. It's just
you're not just going around trying to push people's buttons.
No,
like,
no, no,
you
no,
see
no.
it that way? Well, here's an alternative perspective.
Are you done complaining?
She is. She's done.
I am done.
Yeah.
Seriously, I am done complaining.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, it's a choice. You could choose to see everything that's not working, or you could choose to see it different. Like I know it's simple, but it's so hard, and it's once it's
projection of
it's key
what's inside of you, actually,
I mean, the narrative that's going on in our minds, that's what's creating the reality we're perceiving, So for me, it's absolutely key to be conscious of what's going on in there, like what train thoughts are playing, and to catch yourself, like, ooh, okay, well, that's not serving me to see it that way, and there's always another perspective or another way
we can put on this.
Narrative is, that's what I keep repeating to my kids, whenever I'm like, it doesn't matter what's going on in your life, it doesn't matter what you're doing, it doesn't matter what's happening in the world, what matters is the narrative that's going on in your mind.
It's the opposite of what we were raised as.
Yeah.
It's like, the person who tells themselves like they're crazy, schizophrenic. It's like, no, I'm just living. I got put my rose-colored glasses, and it's all good, baby.
Oh, you know what I was told this by my family that I love dearly. I love them very much, but I was told that my mom was like, your siblings, they find you a little bit like marginal, how it's marginal in English,
like on the outskirts.
She's like, you're a bit like of
outsider.
Yeah, you're a bit marginal.
Weird.
I'm like,
you're weird.
Yeah,
this is like a nice way to say that. You're a bit of a marginal.
Yeah.
I'm like, but why? Like, the things you're interested in.
Yeah. This is recent?
Yeah, this is this weekend, and I'm like, okay. Wow. I'm like, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, I talk about like 20% of what I really do and what I really think.
And they already find it too much.
They really think I'm marginal. So, but still, it was funny also to observe myself and be like, I laughed it off, and then I'm like, yeah, it's true. My interests are not like which new restaurants to go try or like anything like that. That's not marginal,
Yeah.
When,
but does inside the boundaries change the world? If we were all operating inside of the boundaries we decided, it's like we need the marginal. That's how we push out. Yeah. That's how we grow. Like that's.
Yeah. Yeah, but
life is lived on the margins, man. Everything inside is just following like someone else's idea of what
people think. Yeah, they're all safe in it and they're like comfortable.
Yeah, but interesting again.
They don't like a challenger. People.
No, they want. Why would you do that?
Their thoughts,
yes, that's so true.
Yeah.
That's so true. So like, but why? Why do you want to do that? Like, why do you want something like? What do you want answers? What do you... But the interesting part was to observe myself, like, first, like, feeling judged, like, and then, like, having a little bit of pleasure into, like, yeah, I am marginal. I am the weird one. Yeah, I'm owning it, like, yeah, I am different, But now that I guess I have more like comfort in that because I have like more people around me that are joining the party. I feel I'm not like alone in this. I feel like it's essential, and I'm like, yes, you need to be weird to move forward. Like we need to push boundaries. Exactly.
Be who you are. This is what I'm being like.
Yes, being who you are is essential.
Now,
weird or not.
You like it, it's fine. You don't like it, it's fine. Seriously, it's just.
We love you even if you're not weird.
No, I want to be weird.
No, not you. I'm saying in general. Not to be like, oh yeah, weird is good. Therefore, not weird is not good.
Of course, I'm not expecting people to raise to my level, but.
There you go.
Impossible.
But yeah, so it was interesting. It's interesting.
I wonder what what was the context? Like, why would someone come out and tell you?
Okay, well, honestly, well, my parents know because recently
they heard you doing
they know. No, they didn't hear about the chaga.
Oh God! They discussed you, I think, at some
probably. But I mean, I'm very open nowadays. I wasn't before because I was, I guess, worried or conscious, and I didn't want to be judged. I don't want to be excluded, right? Like I think that's on a deep level. You don't want to be excluded,
from your family,
especially not from your family. They're supposed to be the people that accept you and like are happy with who you are. So I don't know the context you said. What was it? Yeah, they know about my Santo Daime. They know that I sing Portuguese hymns and drink ayahuasca and pray, and they find that weird. Okay. Yeah. They find it weird that I go hiking in the Adirondack. So, the standards are very wishy-washy,
I just want you to sit down and smoke.
They're like, whoa.
You don't play cards all day.
You go, yeah.
You're too active for them.
It's all coming clear
You
now.
go drink ayahuasca, you pray, you climb mountains.
Hang out in the woods. Yeah. Ooh,
Cuckoo. Hiking. You go camping.
Oh no.
And
right.
They would expect like if anyone in that circle or my family circle would go camping, it would be like glamping.
Sure.
And that's what what I mean. The fact that like it's like, oh, I have I go camping. I need to kayak like 5 hours to get to my camping site. They're like, why?
Yeah.
Who are you?
Yeah.
Who are you?
Yeah.
I get it.
You're so weird.
Yeah.
So it was that. It was just me kind of like, telling them about what's going on in my life and them being like,
that's weird.
That's weird.
That's like
but there's like a hint of admiration, like you could say anything about my life, but my life is not boring.
It is not.
It is not boring.
Not at all.
So there's a bit like, okay, like you do all these crazy things that, I mean, in their perception, crazy things, but it's kind of cool, but they didn't say that.
Sure.
But I felt it. I think it.
Yeah, and if all I can cite is you're weird because of things you do, and not like you're weird because when we're around you, it's you make us feel bad or you behave this way. So it's like whatever I'm doing, as long as it's not having a negative impact on our relationship. In fact, from my perspective, it's actually really helped our relationship. So I'll be weird
that
then.
You are accepting them the way they are, and you are the one accepting them now the way they are.
Yes, and
someone has to start somewhere.
Yeah. I'm unfiltered. I used to be very like presenting one version of myself to my family, like and
more
completely like hiding everything else. Yeah, just knowing. I was very good at like knowing how to present, like what anybody needed to see to not create anything.
You weren't gonna make waves.
Like
blend in.
Exactly. I was very good at, even with friends, even with kind of on a natural level. I think I do it on with every interaction I used to have, where I know what energy to give just to stay at that person's level and not create anything.
That's
a
good skill. I mean, to like kind of like
if you feel
meet
safe,
people where they're at.
Protective thing.
I think it's for me, it's protecting myself first and foremost, a defense mechanism, but also it's also, like you said, also something I have innately where I do kind of adjust myself to people's energy naturally. I think it's my projector thing. Human design. Maybe we can get into human design.
The minute you find your weirdos, it unleashes the beast.
It's completely, my friend, completely. But recently, after separation, I dropped a lot of masks, let's say, especially with family, where I was like, just,
I don't need to maintain.
No, this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm going through. This is who I am right now, and that's it.
My God.
Yeah.
That's a big. You've been. It occurred to me pretty early in my awakening process. I remember it just like crossed my mind. It's like, oh, okay. I was starting to kind of get a handle on like past lives and that impact that it has on our current imprint of who we are. And it was like, oh yeah, there was a time when you talk like this, you were murdered.
Yeah.
And like even now, like there's, if you want to go and study this stuff, you go into the mountains, you go away because people don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear around. And so it's like, oh yeah, so like if I, you know, like to say I am God, I am divine, I am a queen, be like, shut the fuck up, you know, like that's and
you're crazy.
Murdered, or they threw you in a pond, and if you've sunk, you're like, oh, okay, so they wasn't
burnt you.
So it's like, I don't remember any of these things happening to me, but it makes sense to me why, if you are inclined towards this, if you're brought to Earth to play some sort of role in this, like our first inclination is to hide it, to make yourself small, because there was a time it was a death sentence.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we're all scared somewhere to shine our truth and our light, because we have some kind of really deep trauma of being persecuted for that, you know. Even think about the biggest religion on this planet, which is Christianity, which is the Vatican, right?
Is that the biggest? Is it worldwide?
I think Christianity is still the largest.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I do believe
Islam
so.
is the fastest.
Now it's the fastest growing.
Have you seen the
But
churches?
I still think like Christianity took a really strong hold throughout history on the society what we live in. And think about Jesus, which was an amazing character, and they talk about his love and his light, and then what happened to him?
They killed him.
They killed him.
Yeah.
So isn't that like sort of like kind of a program that's imprinted in us, that like, well, if you are an all loving, all shining, all beautiful being, you are gonna die. Like
you're lucky if it's just mock you.
Now I'm talking about now. Maybe before they didn't mock you, they killed you. But now people mock you. It's like this
you're still getting a negative
just like woo thing and all this stuff. So
I'm fine with mocking. Are they laughing? You get you to laugh? All right.
The other people who see it and they just are attracted to it, and they just feel like, when I see it, these people, when they come to us and they say, I just feel like they want to be saved or something, you know, like they just like, this is just something else that I've never seen before. You know, the guy who was dancing with you, that I don't want to say
the
his
first
name.
guy,
Yeah. He said, I'm so lucky to be surrounded with 4 beautiful women. Your energy is so like the beautiful female. And he told me this, the beautiful female energy. And I feel so awkward. I don't know how to dance anymore in front of you. I'm like, just dance, man. Just move. Nothing's going to happen to you. Be yourself. And he was like, yeah, I'm trying.
He was intimidated by this.
He was intimidated. He said that. He said, I feel really intimidated just dancing in front of you.
That's too bad.
Yeah.
Because I want people to feel comfortable. But yeah, I think it's a little much.
But this is the thing. They're not used to it. Of course they're going to be uncomfortable. They've never seen it before. It's like, this is something new to me.
I think it's new to the world, honestly. Like, I mean, that's this idea, like there's this energy, it's being released, and our role is to anchor it into the earth, like anchor it into humanity, and then it spreads. Like I really seeing that now. Like it is like when you embody it, it's an energy that people have never tasted before. Yeah. And that's what I just feel like more and more when people say I love your energy. It's just like, oh, they've never it's new. We're bringing in something new.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I love you.
I could talk on forever. I want to ask her about past lives. I've had such a vivid like witch burning at the stake past life memory.
Oh no.
And then I had burnt my foot. My foot was full of like water pussy stuff or whatever. And then I went to like a full-blown memory of being burnt at the stake.
Oh, wow.
That's
I think there's a reason our past lives aren't immediately available, because I think a lot of times it was pretty miserable.
Pretty traumatic.
Yeah. It's doing us a favor by hiding that from us.
I think so. All right, my loves.
All right.
It's never enough.
Never.